Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In a somewhat surprising move, Hye-Seong Kim is going to LA and joining the Dodgers. In the past couple of days, it sounded like either Mariners or Angels. Some other teams were in the mix as well, apparently. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess the Dodgers swooped in last minute and they continue to add. And yeah, I mean, this is a guy that stole 30 bags in Korea last year. He's not going to, hit the ball out of the ballpark too much, but he also has three gold gloves in the infield. So they're getting a really defensive minded player that can run a little bit. Um, I'm pretty surprised that he ends up with the Dodgers just because I thought he would go somewhere where he can start. We'll get into that depth chart in a second. But what was your initial reaction? Obviously, we knew we were getting a deal today,
Yeah.
last day that he can get a deal with his posting. What was your initial reaction to Kim going to the Dodgers?
Yeah, it's an interesting fit because obviously you just extended Tommy Edman. He's gonna be playing center field. You have Lux up the middle and center, or pardon me, at second. You got Mookie Betts, who they say is gonna go back to shortstop, but he obviously can play right field. Yeah, it's a guy like they said in the tweet here, utility player. Like he's going to be a Swiss Army for them. He's a guy that slaps the ball around, not much power. Obviously, high contact guy, hits for a high average. Like you said, the 30 stolen bases. So, he's going to fit into this lineup great. I think he's going to translate pretty well. And if the Dodgers are interested in a guy like this, then I think it's got a good chance to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a bunch of Swiss Army knives. At least you have Miguel
Yep.
Rojas can play all over the infield, primarily shortstop. Chris Taylor can play anywhere on the field, but it's coming off not the greatest year.
Yeah.
And Gavin Lux is their starting second baseman. So, yeah, as we noted, Hye-Seong Kim has won two Gold Gloves in Korea. Um, at second base, they already have Gavin Lux. I I'm confused of
Yeah.
why he didn't go somewhere where he can start. I guess I get it. Super team out there in LA. It's one of those things where how can you pass up playing for that organization right now?
Yeah.
But I was a little confused of why he chose the Dodgers with how much depth they already have. We'll go over to the depth chart here. They do have him penciled in on the bench.
Yeah.
So he hasn't played the outfield much in Korea in the past couple of years yet. Didn't even play shortstop last year. So to see that they're going to use him as a utility guy, he's definitely going to have to go into different positions to get playing time. Um, the deal is really cheap. It's 4 million a year for the first
Yeah.
3 years,
Yeah.
and if the options get picked up, it's extra 10 million over 2 years. So
Yeah. Yeah.
a total of 22 million over 5 years. Ha-seong Kim, when he came over and joined the Padres, he was only getting 7 million a year as well. I guess there's a little bit of unknown with guys coming from the KBO because it's such a difference in talent compared to the MLB, right?
Yeah.
So I get it's going to be a small value um, money wise, but I was really confused with this move on his side. From the
Right.
Dodgers standpoint,
Yeah.
you're getting another player that is defensive minded. You could put him in late in games. He could run off. He could run off your bench. Um, it begs the question though: are they going to trade Gavin Lux? In my opinion, no, they won't.
Yeah. It's well, he had those trouble throwing at first base like a few years back, right? He kind of figured that out, which was good to see. But yeah, like it's I mean it's so like in MLB, man, it's so hard to create depth and like you look at their bench now, you got Rojas, Kim, Taylor, and Barnes. Like that's an unbelievable bench. Honestly, I wouldn't do anything. Just I mean, the I would just keep the depth as is because like you're gonna run into injuries. Like I mean, it's hard to go through 162 games with no injuries. Like say a Muncy goes down, Rojas slides into third base. Like it's like there's so many interchangeable pieces with this lineup, and I mean, yeah, that the lineup just got a lot deeper too. Added a guy like Kim.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see him play multiple positions because he hasn't been doing it of late. So,
Right.
obviously, Chris Taylor coming off of a weird year where he only had 256 plate appearances, would come in late in games. They did add Conforto. They brought back Teoscar.
Mm.
It's just one of those deals where that obviously they're stacked, but for a player coming from Korea to make his stamp on the MLB,
Right.
um, yeah, it to me I was confused. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm again Dodgers. Hats off to them. They come in, they get it done. Um, I just thought if you get Seattle right now doesn't necessarily have a starting second baseman. The Angels could have moved Renfroe over to third because they don't plan on Rendon playing. Um, so those two organizations in particular that were rumored over the past couple of days
Right.
made more sense in my mind. Now seeing the Dodgers come in, swoop them up, and even if they were to go trade Lux, like what are they really going to do? Like you're anticipating them bringing back Kershaw. They're going to get another starting pitching depth here. They already have Kopech, Trinan, Phillips, Bonda, Brazier, and Vesia who had unreal years. So you're probably going to see Gonsolin go to the pen.
Yeah.
Like in reality, what are you going to trade? You know, it's Lux or Taylor, and what are you really going to get out of that? I
Not
mean,
much. Yeah.
that you desperately need. They don't need anything desperately.
Like I honestly
So
think they were just like, yeah, we don't really need this guy, but we'll bring him in. I mean, like it's just like crazy, man. But um, yeah, like this lineup is just so balanced. Left, right, like it's just like it's such a good lineup. And yeah, if I was a Dodgers fan, I'd be on cloud nine with the offseason they've had coming off a World
100%,
Series.
100%. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.